Max Carter had built his company from the ground up. What started as a small tech startup in his garage had grown into a bustling enterprise, employing over 100 people and revolutionizing the software industry. But like all great stories, Max's journey had its share of dark chapters. The company was on the brink of bankruptcy. A series of poor investments, a major client pulling out, and the rapid evolution of technology had left them struggling to stay afloat. Max spent countless sleepless nights poring over financial statements, seeking advice, and brainstorming solutions with his team. Nothing seemed to work. The stress was taking its toll on him, both physically and mentally. In the middle of this turmoil, Max barely noticed the new intern, Emily. Fresh out of college, Emily was bright-eyed and eager to learn. She worked diligently, always willing to help but keeping a low profile in the shadow of the company's looming crisis. One particularly brutal Friday afternoon, Max called an emergency meeting. The atmosphere in the conference room was tense. His employees could sense the desperation. Max began outlining the gravity of their situation, his voice heavy with defeat. The silence that followed was suffocating. As the meeting wrapped up and people started to leave, Emily hesitated by the door. Max noticed and managed a weary smile. "Is there something you need, Emily?" he asked, trying to sound encouraging despite his exhaustion. Emily took a deep breath, her heart pounding. She had been working on something in her spare time, something she believed could help, but she had been too nervous to bring it up. Now, with the company's fate hanging by a thread, she felt she had nothing to lose. "Mr. Carter," she began, her voice trembling slightly, "I have an idea. I think it could really help us." Max looked at her, intrigued by her unexpected confidence. "Go on," he said, waving her over. Emily pulled out a flash drive and plugged it into the conference room's computer. As the screen lit up, she began her presentation. She had identified a niche market that none of their competitors were addressing and had developed a prototype for a software solution that could fill that gap. It was innovative, practical, and aligned perfectly with the company's capabilities. Max listened intently, his initial skepticism melting away as Emily spoke. Her analysis was thorough, and her solution was not only feasible but had the potential to generate significant revenue. The room had started to fill again as curious employees noticed their animated discussion. When Emily finished, the room was silent. Max stared at the screen, processing what he had just seen. Finally, he turned to Emily, his eyes wide with a mix of shock and hope. This is incredible," he said, almost whispering. Emily smiled, relieved and hopeful. "I believe in this company, Mr. Carter. I know we can turn things around." Max looked around the room, seeing the renewed spark in his team's eyes. "We're not giving up," he declared, standing up straighter than he had in weeks. "Let's get to work on this immediately." The following months were a whirlwind of activity. Emily's idea infused the company with a new sense of purpose. The team worked tirelessly, driven by the possibility of a brighter future. Max, with Emily's help, pitched the new product to investors and potential clients. The response was overwhelmingly positive. Slowly but surely, the company's fortunes began to turn. New contracts were signed, and the revenue started to flow. Max could hardly believe the transformation. It wasn't just about the financial recovery. The entire company culture had shifted. There was a newfound energy and optimism that permeated every corner of the office. One afternoon, as they celebrated signing a major deal, Max found a quiet moment to talk to Emily. "You saved this company," he said, his voice filled with gratitude. 3 words: "I have an idea. You gave us hope when we had none." Emily blushed, humbled by his praise. "I just did what I thought was right. We're a team and we did this together." Max nodded, knowing she was right. The experience had taught him a valuable lesson about leadership and the power of listening to every voice in the room. From that day forward, he made sure to encourage open communication and innovation from all levels of the company. Years later, as Max looked out from his office window at the thriving company he had almost lost, he often thought back to that pivotal moment. It reminded him that sometimes the most profound solutions come from the most unexpected places, and that the courage to speak up, even as an intern, can change everything. The company continued to grow, and Emily quickly rose through the ranks. Her innovative thinking and dedication became an integral part of the company's success story. She inspired others to share their ideas, fostering an environment where creativity and collaboration thrived. Max often reflected on how close they had come to losing everything and how one intern's bravery had turned the tide. Emily's story became legendary within the company, a testament to the impact one person could have. Max made it a point to mentor young employees, always on the lookout for the next Emily, the next game-changing idea that could propel them even further. And so, the company flourished, built not just on technology and innovation, but on the belief that every voice mattered, and that sometimes the smallest spark could ignite the greatest change. Thank you so much for watching this video. I put a link down below about something very interesting you'll like. Go check that out. Subscribe for more daily content. See you on the next one.